Tamara. I'm glad you tuned in. Oh, hey girl. Now let's pause a minute before we get any further into this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and like my channel and go ahead and subscribe to my channel because hey, I'm trying to do something here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make some moves. Never mind. But anyway, guys, I'm so glad you joined in. If you're still interested in moving forward, keep watching. Hey, welcome back to the Mompreneur Plug. I'm Tamara, and my goal is to inspire moms all over the world to be their very best. On my channel, you'll experience vulnerability, transparency, love, laughter, and so much more. I spend most of my days trying to balance my work as an entrepreneur, a wife, but most importantly, a mother. So come along for the ride as we work, grow, and boss like a mom together. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my official first mom hack video, so I'm super excited to share this with you guys. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys how I make my own leave-in conditioner using aloe vera, the Aloe Vera Plant, Unrefined Coconut Oil, and Peppermint Essential Oils. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, which is why I call it a mom hack, because it's literally something that can be done within 15 minutes. It was easy. It didn't take a lot of time, a lot of prep. And all you need is just a few ingredients. If you're interested in seeing how I make my own leave-in conditioner, then stay tuned. So a list of things that you're going to need. You're going to need your own spray bottle. Of course, the Aloe Vera plant. You're going to need some good old essential oil, peppermint. Some unrefined coconut oil. I got this at my local grocery store. I think Publix, I believe. You're going to need, this is like a bullet, like a NutriBullet or a Ninja Bullet. What I use to blend up the Aloe Vera plant. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to start off here by attempting to take off this sticker. Now let me tell y'all, this was a whole struggle. This sticker did not want to come off. Now I watched somebody else's video and they were talking about removing the sticker, but then I realized it was because they were going to actually use the skin of the aloe vera, and I'm not. So eventually I was just like, you know what, forget it. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna cut this open. So here we go. Slicing it open. Now, I will tell y'all, be careful because these edges are very sharp. It's my first time actually cutting open a plant, so I want to feel it and see. It's kind of slimy. But it's kind of cool all at the same time. So, I'll cut that end piece off. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut off these edges. Like I said, y'all be careful because those things are pointy. Now, I've cut off the first part of the skin on the one side, and now I just kind of took it and just kind of cut it horizontally. Be very careful during this part because you don't want to cut yourself, but it's pretty easy. It just kind of glides through, so it's not that bad, but just be very careful once you get towards the end of it. But you shouldn't have any issues cutting this at all because like I said, it's kind of slimy, so the knife just kind of glides through it. But it's definitely my first time kind of cutting it, so I had to kind of figure out what works best for me. So those of you who might be doing this for the first time, no worries, it's pretty simple. So once I got that cut off, I went on ahead and cut the actual aloe vera into little chunks, so it'll be easier to grind up in the bullet. So just chopping it up, it's pretty easy. It was actually kind of therapeutic to me. I'm such a weirdo, but yeah, it was pretty simple, nothing too bad. So excuse me, I got a phone call, had to cut that off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just cutting it off into little small chunks. And you want to make sure you do cut it into these chunks because you don't want it to be so chunky that it can't or be too big for the machine to actually like chop it up. And because it is pretty much all water based, you don't have to add anything to it. So it's pretty simple. So as you continue watching, as you can see, I just took my time and I just cut it. And like I told you guys at the beginning, this is not a long process at all. So this should be pretty self-explanatory once you see me do it just a few times. That's just me being a perfectionist at this point. Go on and chop it up, girl. Stop playing these games. So now, once I finish this last little piece, I'm going to get everything into my cup. I'm going to screw that top on. Now that's everything. Now this particular part, got ahead of myself. That part you can save, and like I said, be careful because it will poke you. So now here we go. I'm going to screw that top on and go ahead and get my bullet ready. Actually, this is a Bella. The bullet I have stopped working, but this Bella works just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get that on there. Push it down, and literally instantly there was a little piece that got stuck at the top. It was being real disrespectful. So let's stop it for a second. There we go. Now, and eventually I can just take my hand off because it's just gonna do its thing. I love the fact that it's already water based, so literally like I didn't have to add anything. It just did its own thing. Super easy, super quick. I had a lot of fun during this process. So yeah, just ignore my random hand movements. I'm just excited. So yeah, it kind of looks like when you open it up, it kind of looks like, I don't know how to explain it, like fizz from like a soda and like whipped cream had a baby. I don't know. I just went ahead and felt inside to make sure there weren't any chunks because it's so filmy. Like it was so much foam in it. I couldn't really tell. So I had to dig my hand in there to see if there was like any juice or anything or any more chunks in there. Okay, so now this process, I'm taking a stocking cap, and now this is a process that I've watched a few YouTubers do. So I really can't really give credit to one particular person, but it was recommended that you drain the aloe vera because you don't want like chunks of the plant like getting in your hair. Apparently it's very difficult to remove. I didn't experience that problem, thank God, because I actually did this step. So make sure you do this. Find you an old stocking. I just found an old knee high and poured it over in there, and once you get it inside, and yeah guys, as you can see, it's got a really interesting consistency. It's kind of gross but cool all at the same time. You're going to take it and you're going to just squeeze it down, squeeze it all the way down. And look at me spilling stuff on the side. Can't be wasting the plant now, girl. Get it together. Squeeze it on down into the cup and make sure you get all that out. Now, like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I had to do a trial and error. So when I realized that it squeezed through a little too quickly, I was like, something ain't right. So I opened up the stocking only to find that, as you can see in just a moment, you're going to see, I opened it up only to find that there was nothing in there. So I was like, wait, let me try this one more time. So I decided to grab the original cup that I did it in, and then I drained it in there. You guys, if you do it right the first time, you shouldn't have this issue, but I think I got ahead of myself and got super excited and squeezed it a little too fast. Or, so it may take doing it 2 times. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely planning on making this again, so we'll see. But I'm just going to squeeze that back into there. And this time I took my time to make sure I was pulling it all the way through. because y'all is literally like water. So it just moves through the stocking very quickly. Now, this time I'm going to open it up and you're going to see that it's like this like white creamy stuff. So you see that. You don't want that in your hair. Apparently, it's very difficult to get out. So now that I have my aloe vera juice, I am going to pour it over into a cup. I chose this cup because it's plastic and it's easy to bend for when I funnel it into my bottle. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this oil, this unrefined coconut oil. Now one of the things I did, I thought that because the water was already, it was already liquefied, that the coconut oil would just kind of blend and kind of like eventually kind of dissolve in the water. But clearly I forget, oil and water don't mix. So I was not thinking like a chemist at this time. I was just thinking, oh, it's going to just work. But no, sis, I realized quickly that it didn't work. So just see, stirring that up, trying to get it all together, trying to make it perfect for you guys. Not really thinking realistically. All it did was literally clump up in the cup. So I'm going to recommend when you all do this, what you can do is you can scoop out, whatever amount. If you like your hair to be super oily, full of oils, you can do a good bit. I just did like a scoop and a half. And if you want to, before you even do this part, if you would like to like warm it up for about 20 seconds to get it liquefied, you can do that. So that's what I just did. I just warmed it up really quick, about 20 seconds. And as you can see, now it's blended in. So you can, and I actually warmed it up with the juice, or you can warm it up separately and then pour it in when it's time. So it's pretty simple, learning as I go. Now, what I'm getting ready to do here is, first, I'm going to drop in the peppermint oil. Now, the reason I'm using peppermint oil is because peppermint mint is known to stimulate hair growth, open up the hair follicles. So I'm using that, and it gives a really good smell to the leave-in conditioner, which I like. The aloe vera plant really doesn't have a smell at all. And then of course the coconut oil smells like coconuts. So I'm just pouring that into the container. And I chose this cup because I didn't have a funnel like some people did. So I just literally squeezed the cup enough so that I was able to funnel into the bottle. Now, I'm just going to twist that top on and give it a good shake. Shake, 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 shake. And there we go, honey. You got you some leave-in conditioner. So here I actually took pieces of the actual plant and rubbed it onto my hair. As you can see, it already started kind of curling up a little bit. So yeah, I'm fresh out the shower. Excuse me, when I tell y'all my hair was dripping like nobody's business, literally fresh out the shower. And yes, I do have on, I do have something on. It's just a little tube top. So don't be offended. I'm dressed. So anyway, I'm just showing y'all what my hair looks like fresh out the shower. And I'm going to take my time and walk you guys through all the things that I'm going to use. And if you're going to do it the way I'm doing it, you're going to need a banana clip so you can section that hair off. Those of you who don't know, I just recently cut my hair, so things are a little bit different. This is different for me. I'm not used to wearing my hair and it's curly stayed this short. So I have my denim brush and my 2 combs, as you can see, and then the conditioner. There you go. By the way, I got my denim brush in Japan. This is my coconut oil. Get it focused, girl. Same one from earlier. I'm going to use it to rub on my scalp. Okay. So here, I'm going to take my rat tail comb. I'm going to part here. At first I was like, let me get this a good, good straight part. Then I realized, child, you ain't braiding your hair or nothing. You're just greasing the scalp. You don't have to be perfect. So for those of you who are out there who are perfectionists, this doesn't have to be perfect. And see, now you see I'm using that clip to separate the hair that I'm not working with at the moment. So y'all, once I sprayed this in here, I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm trying to trying to show y'all, but listen, when I tell y'all my fingers just ran through, I said yes. It felt so good and it felt so soft. And I heard other people talk about how the aloe vera treats their hair, but like really, y'all, it really does make your hair feel super soft. So I'm gonna take that denim brush, the one I got from Japan. Hey. I'm just gonna comb it through and just let the curls kind of do its own thing there. A little juicy. Like I said, I'm not used to my hair being this short, so this is weird. I haven't had my hair this short in like 10 years. So it's been a while. But there we go. Get it juicy for you. I'm going to take this unrefined coconut oil and I'm going to just saturate that scalp, honey, because you can't be having no dry scalp, okay? So that's what I'm doing there. Pretty self-explanatory. Of course, I'm going to go back in and try to do a little something. See how that's going to work. Now here's my hair after I combed it out. Sorry my lighting isn't the best, but just wanted to show y'all what it looked like. It's still wet, still clumped up. Shrinkage is real. Do you hear me? Shrinkage is real. I do have some heat memory in the front. Some of my curls are a little bit looser than the ones in the back. But you know, hey, it comes with the process. Now, check me out. This is what my hair looks like after it had dried. It's pretty cute. I like it. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm so grateful for your support and I'm grateful that you've decided to take this mompreneur journey with me. With that being said, if you've made it all the way to the end of the video and you haven't liked or subscribed, what are you doing? If you want to like or subscribe to my channel, please click here. And if you want to see my latest video, please click here. Love you guys.